Peace and love, y'all. It's your brother A.D.V.I.S., and we are here with another More Interviews, aka Memoirs of Our Real Experiences. And for this Memoirs of Our Real Experiences, we have my brother, the amazing, multi-talented, mostly instrumentalist with the guitar skills of a legend with the smoothest bars to balance it all out. This is my brother and one half of the booth, which I'm grateful to be a part of with this brother. He has a phenomenal Sabyu Smooth, hailing from Saipan and all around the world, bringing you these good vibes. So as he's coming in, what's going on? If y'all have questions for the brother Sabyu, please put it up. Please do, and please share it. Wait, before you jump in, brother, let me do this. Yeah.
Yo,
Hopefully I got that quick snippet because I like to use it for my outros and stuff, but my G, what's
yo,
good?
what an intro, bro. I appreciate you.
Oh, bro, you
What an
already
intro.
know, my man. What's going on, Brown Girl Interrupting? Peace and love to you as well. Again, y'all are tuning in to another More Interviews with the brother Sabyu. So if y'all have any questions, anything you would like to learn and know about the brother, please put them down in the comments because this is an interactive interview. So you guys can get your comments, get your words, as well as just share some love in here. We all about it.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? I'm Famous. I see you in here. Famous
Yeah, I
Vin.
see NTV just joined the chat. Just gonna shout out
Yeah.
everybody as they're coming in. I appreciate everybody coming through. And thanks for
Yeah.
hosting this, bro.
Oh, brother, you already know, man. From the story of the booth to anything else, man, you already know.
Man,
Shoot,
I feel
but
like the last time I was on live was when we tried to do the live thing. Man,
that's been a cool minute since we dropped the project.
yeah, that's right, man. Damn, that's a hot minute right there.
Yeah, shout outs to the booth as well too. So shout outs to the
Yes.
booth as well. Before we get started, brother, is there any comments, questions, or concerns, or please anything that you would like to share with everyone?
Um, Man, I appreciate you opening the space, blessing it. Appreciate everybody coming in. Um, I'm just here to have a good time and chop it up with my bro, as well as, shed some light onto whatever topics we end up discovering and, like tapping into. So,
All right, with it as well as y'all. He's so humble not to say it, but I'm gonna tell y'all if y'all want to go check this brother out, check this man out. Please go see him on all streaming platforms. Sabyu, that's SABYU. And this is Sabyu
sir.
Smooth on Instagram and all other places. Please check it on Spotify. If you really want to support, go check out Bandcamp because Bandcamp do it for the
Hmm.
artists. So if you want to go and really support, check out the brother on Bandcamp. And there's many much more that he can tell you. Also, go to sabyu.com. He got his own website, y'all. Man, all
Oh
of those
yeah,
different beautiful things. But yes,
most
with
definitely.
with that, my brother, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. I feel like I've just been, living life, just trying to find the right balance with work, music, you know, just like being in shape, good health, mentally, physically, spiritually, all the above, man.
I'm with you on
So
that
on
route.
the grind, yeah.
Definitely with you on that route. I can like this.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But
How
what's
have you
for
been,
sure?
bro?
Likewise, man. I was trying to make sure I made it home on time because
Yeah.
I was still at work and we had a student who was late, like who the parents was late picking him up.
Oh,
So
got
the
you.
principal had to stay over and wait till the student went home, and I was just like,
Yeah.
we good, everything's all right. So, but
Dang, dang.
we made it in time. We here.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm
Yes,
glad.
brother. Of course. But with that being said, y'all, again, if y'all have any questions y'all want to ask Sabyu during this interview, please put them down in the comments. It is greatly appreciated as well as welcome because, again, I am interviewing my brother. But if y'all are curious, please throw them down in there.
Yeah, shout
But
out to Lauren that just joined the chat. I build bridges in the house.
peace, peace. As well as I see you in here. Note sincerely, notes the truth. Peace and love to you too, brother. Yeah. We got
Hey,
more
it's
coming
John
in.
just joined as well. Hello, Mama
Yeah.
John.
All right. With that being said, brother, let's go ahead. We're gonna get this interview started.
All right, let's do it.
So, the first thing that I have for you, for those who do not know you, and this is their first time experiencing and learning who you are, tell us a bit about your background as well as about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Matt Sablon, stage name Sabyu, hailing from the island of Saipan, part of the Northern Mariana Islands. Shout out to all the Chamorro peoples out there, Carolinian peoples, Palauan, Filipino, um, I mean, the whole Micronesia out there, Polynesia, Micronesia, Melanesia, we're out there in the Pacific. Um,
Mm,
and yeah, just representing the islands and doing it out here in the Pacific Northwest now. So I'm currently in Olympia, Washington. I'm definitely feeling that transition into fall right now. Um, um, but yeah, I'm a singer, songwriter, producer. Uh, I make beats. I like to use instruments. Like I like to play the instruments on the beats, whether that's guitar, bass, drums, ukulele, keys,
mm,
and then some vocals as well.
yes.
So yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell.
Yeah. This man studies world instruments if he doesn't want to tell you that as well too. This
That's
brother
true.
is
This is
well
true.
versed in many different instruments.
This
So
is
for
true.
sure.
I
That's why I
appreciate
said multi instrumentalist, y'all. Just so y'all know. It's just not one or two. It's like eight, nine, like even more than that.
it. Appreciate you, bro. I just saw none other than the legendary Buffet Destroyer just joined the chat.
Ooh, that's the
What's
mythical
up, bro?
legendary Pokemon in the building.
I see the shine on
Oh, it's a shiny as well. All right.
him.
But yeah, man, shoot,
Oh, the
brother.
Jamar Smiley just joined. Oh man, everybody's tapping in.
We all
What's up,
in here,
Jamar?
man. For the love, you know it. You know it. Oh man. Yes, brother. Now, when it comes to, you sharing this in your background, I've been, honored with getting to know a bit of the background and all the placings of where from where how you connect everything together music wise. But letting folks know a little bit, when did you begin writing songs?
Let's see. So I think I wrote my first song when I just hit middle school. I was
Mm,
probably like around 13 or 14.
yes.
So it was a pretty I think most folks would agree that their first song is like it's a little questionable. So mine was definitely like whoa. I don't know if I would put
So
that one out.
Wolfpack, yeah.
But I think I was about 13, 14.
Is it under the infamous name that we will maybe say during this interview?
Oh, man. Actually, I think that was before the infamous name that you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
what?
like
But we
pre
don't worry,
everything.
don't worry. We
That's
about
like
to.
prehistoric.
So there's some prehistoric bars and rhymes that you had. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my. Okay.
prehistoric.
So roughly around that time. Is that about around the same time that you picked up the guitar and everything as well?
That was, yep, yep.
Okay. Wow, man. And during that time of you starting to write and create your songs, and I see all your other comments, guys. I'm going to get to your questions. I'm looping them in there. So thank you for putting the questions in there. Around that time that you was beginning to write and create your first, songs, who inspired you to create in that beginning inception of those songs?
Mm, it's definitely just like music I was listening to at the time. I remember in middle school, I mean, I was listening to all sorts of music from like rock to hip hop to just dabbling into other genres like jazz or R&B and um, acoustic. So it all kind of just like blends and then it just makes something. That's kind of how my
Mm,
music is actually, just in general. It's like you just throw stuff into a blender and then you don't know how much of each thing you're putting in, and then it just comes out. And you're like, oh, this tastes pretty good.
Mm. You know,
You said
mix it up.
you in the comments.
Yes, of course. That's why you already know he had to come with it. He
Oh
already
man.
had to come with it. But that makes sense again, y'all. For a person who studied ethnomusicology, this
Hmm.
definitely makes a lot of sense. Why the fusion of all
Yeah.
different song elements from different cultures and sounds would make his way into the music that he creates. Might have you talk a little bit
Facts.
later about that because they're probably like, "What are you talking about
Yeah, yeah,
ethnomusicology?"
yeah.
And
Happy
then
to.
yes. But as that also happened with you being inspired by different genres of music and just blending them into your sound, um, what was the moment you realized how important music was to you?
Ooh. Um. That's a good question, man. That's a well thought out question,
Had
bro.
to hit. I had to. We coming with them. We coming with them because look it. I also want, of course, want to know as a supporter and
Yeah.
as a brother, but then to also give this out to the people and your supporters.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, to answer that question, I just feel like there's perhaps like a collection of different moments that kind of hinted at that.
Okay.
Like throughout when you're growing up and like you hear like a song for the first time, you're like, whoa, like what is this? What is this kind of feeling that I'm getting as a kid? You're like, well, that sounds cool. It makes me want to move. So I think incrementally it just kind of ended up becoming more and more impactful in my life, and to a point
Mm.
where I love music so much that I wanted to be part of it.
Mm.
And then at that point is when I started being like, okay, well, I want to play an instrument. I want to pick up guitar. So that's when I picked up the guitar.
Mm. Oh yeah. Oh, Wolfpack, please go check this brother out. Again, please, you will not be disappointed at all. As well as I can selfishly say too that we did a project together as well. So check out that production on that project.
Oh, yeah, appreciate Wolfpack.
Yes. Uh, I feel it. If you would give me maybe two of those moments, those collection of moments that helped you realize that, if you have two
Mm,
in mind.
um, that's a good question. Oh, by the way, my sis Kay just popped in. So if you want to say hi,
Oh,
doing the live.
okay. It's been a while. Good to see you.
Um, let's see. So like a couple moments. Man, that's a good question. I might have to get back to you on that one.
Hey,
I'll
that's
let that one marinate. Yeah, I'll let that one
that
marinate.
is all. Look, it's all good. I'm not trying to be anybody when they get on here be like, you need to have the answer immediately. If this is something, there's something for you to just mull over and think about later on, and that's perfect. I'm with that.
Definitely.
So we got to talk about the inceptions of things, and we starting to make our way towards our creation into music somewhat after the 13s and stuff. But I want to reverse real quick.
Okay.
And before I get into that reverse, let me go ahead and hint at the two other questions people put in. One of them, which are off the cusp. The first one was, you got any shows upcoming soon? Any of them?
Ooh, upcoming shows. Actually, right now I do not have any off the top. Um,
Mm,
we, I did have one with I.D.V.I.S., but it ended up getting postponed, so we don't have a date yet.
yeah.
Um, but I will definitely
Peace,
post about it
Kundan.
when it happens.
Yes. What's going on? Silent Senpai also in the building, as well as
Ooh, yup.
Superb. The family's just in here, man. Good to see
Yo,
all y'all in here.
Silent Senpai, Ninja of the West Coast,
Yes,
with
it's the
the
ninja
most.
of the West Coast.
Man, my bro.
Man.
As
But
well as the
yes, brother.
Cosmic Records.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yes. Yes. They all again all up in here for this. Now, the other question, which I cheated. I had to look it up, but they asked you, what is your favorite Marvel supervillain?
Oh, so that was an inside joke because To Lauren. Lauren asked that because that was a question in I.D.V.I.S.S Bridges that none other than Tyler Kwok, the legend himself, was throwing out there. Um,
Marvel?
yeah, you have a Marvel supervillain?
Superhero?
Oh, it has to be a villain though.
I don't know any. Oh, I do. I know one.
What's your favorite Marvel supervillain?
I don't like him, but the Reverse Flash.
Ooh, Reverse Flash. We got K with the Reverse Flash. Um,
Okay.
supervillain.
That's the
Man.
only one I know.
So we're talking like Spider-Man. We're talking like
Marvel, yeah. No DC, Marvel in the whole Marvel universe.
man, that's hard.
Yeah, the Flash is
I'm gonna just because I can't really think of like who else is gonna be in Marvel off the top. So um, I don't know. That's a good question. I really don't know. I could say like Doc Ock, but then that's just like that's just because he's the only one I could think of. The Green Goblin.
Bro, I just scrolled down right now, and that's the one that was right up on there first. Right there was the Green Goblin.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Green Goblin because it's Halloween time. He's throwing the pumpkins, the pumpkin bomb.
So appropriate and so just, of course, on time. My goodness. All right, man. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that on to the side. He said, "Not Thanos."
Oh, Thanos. You know, honestly, I haven't even watched what's it called? Like Avengers Endgame. I've not seen that.
Don't worry, I
I
haven't
have
either.
not kept up with any of that. So,
That makes two of
yeah,
us.
no, I feel it. I feel
Yeah, we just sitting in the booth doing other things, not watching a
it.
movie.
Definitely. But hey, I mean, for anybody that loves that stuff, but more power to you. I'm just, I'm doing my own thing over here.
Yeah, yeah. He said, "Wow, really? Yes. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Wolfpack. I know. Sorry, Wolfpack. Yes, I am a terrible movie person. I will tell you that. What about Infinity War? No.
No, I can't say I've watched that.
Yeah.
I've seen like scenes, but that's about it.
The downtime that we may have is us get into more music or sleep or eating.
I feel that. I feel that.
I can't. Never mind. I shouldn't be answering for Sabyu. This is also for
No,
him as well
you're saying
too.
things that resonate, so I'm just like, yo.
Oh man. But with the backtrack now, coming from there again. If y'all have more questions, put them down in there. Since we got to know a bit of Sabyu with 13 teens starting his musical journey, who was Sabyu growing up as a child?
As a child.
Hmm. Take it
Uh,
back to the origins.
man, okay, it's funny because I think Buffet Destroyer kind of tapped into that with his comments. He said root beer. He said no pickles, which means no pickles on my McDonald's burgers. And Denver Broncos. I was a huge Broncos fan.
Mm.
Um, and then we also got just tons of hours playing Pokemon, watching Pokemon, playing Pokemon, living that Game Boy Color life. And
Mm.
I remember playing a lot of video games as a kid, but then also like, I mean, in Saipan was it's like you're outside catching grasshoppers or
Mm.
playing tag with your friends or whatever else you get yourself into, going to the beach with the fam, um, and typhoons.
Or shout outs to MC0, Ty Nordles as well.
Yep. Shout out to MC0. Is he in here?
He's gonna make his way. I hope he knows because he was already telling me earlier. He was like, "Man, I hope I didn't miss it." But then I found out it was a early time. It was like, "Oh yeah, it was tomorrow." So he hopefully gets his way in here.
That's what's up.
But let's see. We got Silent Senpai saying Sabi was the truest guitar shredder. I almost thought he was Tom Morello during middle school.
Oh man. Wait, who said that?
West Coast Ninja,
Oh,
aka
West Coast.
Silent
Oh
Senpai.
man,
Yeah.
yes, bro. He definitely knows all about that era.
Oh. All right, so we got the Saipan days. But what did young Sabyu do when he transported himself from Saipan and moved on to the next place in the world?
Let's see. So I remember it being, so it was from Saipan to Hawaii, and then in Hawaii, uh, definitely more like I remember doing like a lot of after school things with like kids after school. We're playing like um, whether it's like football, basketball, whatever. And then in Hawaii, I actually tried to pick up guitar.
Mm,
And I remember the first experience with that teacher in Hawaii, just it wasn't a good one. And so I
mm,
was like, it just felt kind of weird. I don't really remember like exactly the details, but I just remember not really feeling it. And I was just like, okay, well, I just kind of set it aside and I didn't think about it. So for the few years I was in Hawaii, I was just more so just being a kid and just like, enjoying my time with friends and being in Hawaii. And then
mm,
from Hawaii to Washington, this is when I hit middle school. That's when things became a huge culture shock for me. Because
hmm.
I was like, I went from being part of the majority to being part of the minority. And I was like,
Yes.
whoa, like what? And then I remember driving home from SeaTac or driving to the homie's house from SeaTac, and it took like an hour. And I've never been in a car driving 60 miles an hour for that long, you know? So I was like, what? And then it was super cold outside. And I was like, I don't know how people are wearing shorts right now because it's freezing.
Yeah.
It's just a huge culture shock. So, but yeah, I will say in Washington is when I started picking up guitar again. Gave it another chance, but this time around, my guitar teacher, shout out to Scott Askew, he
Mm,
he really showed me the way of the guitar, just from foundation and up. He introduced me to tons of incredible music that I would not have known of otherwise. Some artists that like really made an impact on my sound. So shout outs to Scott.
Scott the Rock, he did his thing. I was like, but
Mm-hmm.
no, yes, I saw the Scott, and you definitely inspired a legend in the making.
I appreciate it. Appreciate
Yes.
you both.
Now, this is where we get to talk about some of the infamous timings of the name changes and things.
Ah,
But
yes.
we are going to start off, of course, with your more recent name now to how it got to where it was. So
Okay, okay.
tell us right now the significance of your name, Sabyu now.
Yeah, okay. So Sabyu is a play on my actual name. So my actual name being Matthew Sablon. I took the first part of my last name, the last part of my first name, and just like phonetically and made Sabyu. So, and that in itself, as you're probably keying on this right now, but that in itself was an inspiration
Mm,
from the legendary Nujabes,
yes.
with his play on his name being June Seba, and then he rearranged the letters for it to be Nujabes.
Yes.
So that, and he is, a huge impact on my sound, as you know, as you more than know. So
At this point, that's the reason why we in the booth together, because
exactly,
my
exactly.
producer name is a play off of that as well.
Ooh, oh yes, right, Nivlak.
It
That's right.
literally is. Look at we already know, bro, how
Yep,
interconnected we are, but it
yep.
just continues and continues.
Wild, wild.
But yeah,
Man.
so there's a play off of your name phonetically, and um how did you, besides I know you was talking about the inspiration behind it with Nujabes and you know molding those together, but how did you navigate towards that name. So how did we start with something else to completely where you are with this now?
Are you referring to the name before that?
And then you already know.
And then
So from your beginnings of names
the
to how
beginnings of names.
you
Okay, okay.
navigated
Right,
to
right.
only me and you know.
Okay, so I remember when I was like, I didn't have an artist name. It was just my name. It was just Matt Sublime. And then uh, I think at the time,
Hmm.
me and the homie Josh in middle school, high school time, we started making raps together.
Hmm.
And I remember also during this time, I had watched the movie Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
And there was a scene where John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson were at um,
of course,
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France?" It's like, "Oh no, what do they call that?" "Oh, it's a Royale with cheese." And I was like, "Royale with cheese?" And then I was like, for whatever reason, you know, 14, 15-year-old me was like, "I'm gonna call myself M Royale." So then I had M Royale, and then I made a bunch of music under that name, and I think that lasted for maybe like up through till like through high school, and then that's when Sabyu kind of transitioned.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell y'all, don't sleep on M Royale either. Don't sleep on him, man. Don't sleep on him either. He's
Oh man,
transformed. He's transformed into his final one of his
the
final who
final
knows his
form.
final form into Sabyu. But if you want to know the devastation that he brought on the mic, exactly, Senpai. Assassins. You remember that
Oh
track,
man.
Assassins?
Yo, I really want to see these comments, but for whatever reason, my comments like froze. You
Yeah.
know how to do that, fix that?
So what you got to do is you got to quickly just like come out of the app, like kind of like how you accidentally like push up out. Just push that real quick and then come right in.
Okay. That's,
All right.
I think that works.
Did it
We'll
refresh
see.
it?
We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Okay.
Hopefully it
Let's see
does.
what
If
happens.
yeah. If not, I got you on repeating the comments. I got you.
Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I don't want to miss out.
But again, y'all, yes. You can just checking that track record for you can really see not only the transformation and growth, but just as Wolfpack said earlier, the passion as you go through listening through from that transition to navigating. The reason why I'm saying that to y'all, I know we talking about just like one or two tracks on here from the brother today, but he also has another project called the Navigator EP, and it has a whole nother setup of meaning to it too. So you can
That's
check that
true.
out too. He said,
That's
"Can't forget about the brown sound."
Oh man, Silent 75. Silent, bro, you definitely know about the Brown Sound. The Brown Sound, to kind of like give you the Brown Sound in a nutshell. The Brown Sound was the duo in high school, the rap duo that me and the homie Hosh Bizzle made.
Hosh Bizzle.
Hosh Bizzle, and
Woo!
so shout outs to Hosh Bizzle, and that was definitely like the beginning of my love for music production.
Mm.
Because that's when I was like, I remember we bought like this $50 interface at Best Buy, and we're just like, yo, shout outs to Silent Senpai with the CD. Yo, that's love, bro. I appreciate that. But yeah, we bought like a $50 interface at Best Buy. We set it up at my little desktop at home.
Yeah.
Started messing around with the sounds. Figured out how to record like guitar into it. and then started writing raps to these beats, and then that became the Brown Sound. It ended up being like an EP and then a whole album.
Wow. See, that's something. Okay. Silent Senpai, you gotta send me the MP3s or something. Like, I gotta hear this. I got to backtrack on this.
This
He
is,
said,
I was always thinking this to be something like, this would be something that Nardwuar would end up pulling out of the
exactly.
out of the archive. You come up and be like, I have here a vinyl record of the only Browns album. I'm like, yo, we didn't even make a vinyl record, but somehow Nardwuar has it.
Well, right now, Silent Senpai is Nardwaring you right now. That's what he's doing. He's pulling up all of the receipts.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's
Economics. Yeah,
beautiful.
man. He knows about economics too. That was high school, man. What a trip. What a trip.
That is beautiful, man. But with that coming into your name and being able to transition from all the other journeys you've had so far, on that journey, what obstacles in your life made you reflect and grow as a person? Even if it was like those mini moments, what were some of those mini moments that made you reflect and grow as a person?
Hmm. I'd say one of them was definitely, you know how I was talking about culture shock,
Yes.
and that being like, I mean, as with most of us in our formative years, as if you will, like we're trying to find ourselves,
Yes.
identity wise, and you know how we fit in, like whatever that is. But even more so, I think for folks like me and the homie Buffet Destroyer, and you know maybe even Silent Senpai here, where it's like we we weren't necessarily the majority. You know, we were part of the minority. So it's like culturally, how do we like maintain our identity culturally, but then be in this bigger space? So like it's it's a lot of like you know self reflection,
Mm,
um, a lot of like feeling like I'm trying to fit into this majority group, but then not really being true to myself. So you know, just all these different internal conflicts, perhaps.
mm.
And that I think during like high school, middle school, that was a big part of that. So yeah, yeah. See, he already knows very much minority, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the we're the group of kids in high school that were like I remember anime being a huge part of our crew. So it's like if you like anime that much, then every other group in high school is like, oh yeah, there's the anime kids, you know, whatever it is. So um, you know, everybody has their own cliques, but I love the group that we had in high school. It was really dope.
That's what's up, man. Dang. As well as you love the hairstyle that you had back then too, as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I was just thinking about that because uh, I think there's been some bands from that era that have been touring now. I think there's a huge one where it's like all these different bands from like our middle school days got together and played these shows, and we're talking about different styles.
Yes.
So you know, like the emo scene was pretty heavy at the time. So shout out to
Yes.
Better Bells at Hot Topic.
Of course. Of course. And with those moments, he said your hair has always been fire.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
He was representing. That's what he was doing. And with those obstacles and being able to take that time to reflect during, middle school and high school, and finding that space of where not only that you belong, but that you can be comfortable to grow into yourself. Um, how did you overcome those? As in, is it was just like being in that space with people? What other things that you do to help overcome that feeling or those feelings?
Music was probably the biggest thing for me. Um, Music just gets me through everything. Like whether
Mm,
like especially when it comes to like any kind of emotional like uh, what's it called? Emotional trials and tribulations, you know. So it's and music has always been the one thing that is a constant. You
mm,
know, like people people will come and go in your life, but the music that you carry with you is like it'll be there whenever you want it to be there, and like throughout your life. So and then playing music for me was huge too, because that also helped me find myself
yeah.
and be able to express myself through something that isn't really tangible.
Mm,
You know what I mean? You
yeah.
can't like grab music. You can't touch music. It's just something that you experience. So
Mm-hmm.
and so that to me is like irreplaceable.
Eloquently said. Eloquently
Thank you,
said.
bro. Thank you.
Yes. Man.
A true artist. Man, I appreciate you, bro. That means a lot. That means a lot. And yo, Silent Senpai is also a true artist, by the way.
Oh,
As well as you, bro. You are also a true artist.
hey,
Both
that
true artists here.
like attracts like.
Very true. Very true.
There's a reason why we in the place in the spot that we are. But yes, man, that is beautiful. And on that same note with, finding music as that way to cathartically get, your thoughts, feelings, and emotions out, and to have that constant, wave to on in life. Let's get into that cathartic process then. So
Sure,
what
yeah.
is your creative process?
Like so you're talking about making a new song, for example?
Yeah, so when you how do you write when you get into your workflow? So is it, you feel inspiration at a moment, then you sit
Mm,
down or you go to the studio, or can you just be anywhere at any space and just jot things down and start creating? So like what is your
mm,
overall process?
yeah. So to me, it depends mainly on if I'm making music by myself or if I'm collaborating with somebody.
Okay.
So
Give us both.
yeah, I'll give you both. So when I am making music by myself, typically I will just set some time aside to 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 go like I'll grab my guitar and I'll go out into nature somewhere.
Mm,
And I'll go to like the beach, I'll go to the mountains, I'll go to a forest, but somewhere where I'm just by myself
yeah.
with just me, my guitar, and my notebook, and maybe my phone to record things.
Yes.
And then I'll just sit there, I'll jam for a bit, and then just like maybe I'll record a cool riff here and there. I'll maybe some lyrics will start flowing, and I'll jot those down in my notes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then if I'm lucky enough, a whole song will strike me,
Yeah.
um, which isn't always the case, but there's been a handful of times where that was the case.
Yes.
And Sunsets and Seashore was one of those songs. Um, Mauna Calling was one of those songs.
Mm,
Um, and so to me, those are very special songs because it's like trying to capture lightning in a bottle. You know, it's like
yes.
inspiration just strikes, and you're like, whoa. So that's like my process for by myself.
Yes.
Um, as far as collaborating with others, including yourself, it kind of it takes different shapes and forms.
Yes.
Um, so I mean, I'll mention I'll mention somebody like Chief Hobby, for example, right? So like
Yes.
with Chief Hobby, a lot of times we'll just get together and we'll just like jam on a ook or something, We'll talk about like a concept for a song. I'll start laying down a beat. I'll start filling it out with guitar, bass, drums, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, Javi is such is he to me is just like a legendary freestyler, much like you, bro, but just in a different way. Like his freestyles are like I don't know how to describe it. They're just really present and
Yes.
like relevant to like the world around you.
Yes.
So, and it's very clever in the moment. And so for him, like he can just easily write bars to a beat that's already there, and then we make a song.
Mm,
And then that said, maybe you could share your experience with collaborating with me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Since you're right here with us.
Okay. Oh, you're spinning right on me. All right, for
Yeah.
sure. Definitely, it is for sure a different process, but it's the initial like creating of the thoughts and ideas of when we came up with the names before we even came up with the beats,
Hmm.
especially for um, Welcome to the Booth. But even prior to that, the first one, about that time,
Oh yeah. It's about that
when
time.
yes, yeah, it's about that time, y'all. I like to say in April since spring is, but every January you want to know we start on the first. It's about that time. But I would definitely say that first collaboration really set me up to not only learn the process of how it's gonna it works with us since we're of course you are out in Washington, I'm out here in LA, and there's only been a few times where we've met in person and been able to like maybe sit and come up with an idea and flesh some stuff out. It just let me know to continue to like go with the feeling. And if it took like a week and it was back at you, it did. If it took like 3 days and I'm like, oh bro, I got an idea, let me just start sending start stuff off to you, and then we bounce back and forth with of course the whole
Hmm.
mixing and the whole idea. But I will say, besides the like first like recorded collaborations, like the first initial, if
Yep.
y'all want to go look for Buska
Yep.
freestyle, like
Off
on
top.
YouTube, off tops, all of those were you definitely, I would say, brother, you definitely challenged me to reinvent the way that I would rhyme over beats. And what I mean by that, as in I always was so used to certain instruments and not the guitar being a lead.
Hmm.
So after coming to meet you and the certain rhythms you would play with the guitar, I'm like, I've never rhymed like over just a guitar, like over this particular sound, but you definitely challenged me to get used to rhyming on just about anything personally. After you did that, like I was like, yo, I'm confident, man. I can rhyme over,
Nice.
man, a xylophone, or I can rhyme over somebody just driving down the road extremely fast. Like that's how I felt after I was able to overcome that obstacle of us collaborating, as well as that was the first time I've ever even bust like literally in a particular place, just go set up and we
Yeah.
just start just performing live street performances.
Hmm.
So
That's what's
it
up.
was it was a dope process. But I will say Spatial Awareness is one of those tracks that like it was just
Hmm.
a real just hit me in those last few months that we were working on that project, and I was just like, wow. Now it just came right
Yeah.
to me. Let me put it out here. Let me send it in. I'm gonna surprise them and be like, all right, what you think about this? And
Yep. Yep. Yo, that song is a heater. That song is.
bro, bro,
I thought it
bro,
came with the heat, and then you came back with the heat. It just became a fire.
bro. The all the references you put into the beat and how you set it up, like, yeah, you gave me enough space to explore, and that's what I wanted to do.
Yep. Yep. Dope.
But yeah, that's my experience with being able to collab with the one and only, because there's always gonna be just one and only. Okay,
Man,
Sabyu.
man, I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
Oh
ADV.
man,
I feel like I hope nobody's here sleeping on ADV either, because Yo, what I mean, hands down, one of the best freestylers in the game.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that, brother. There's always more work to be done, but I can definitely appreciate where it is right now.
Mm-hmm. Feel it.
Man, but with that, y'all, we're going to transition to the fun part that I like to do, what I like to call fun questions. It may be fun, may not be fun to y'all, but it's definitely fun for me. So if anybody who's still in here and you want to participate along with the brother Sabyu, please put them down in the comments. And as I'm asking these questions, yeah, don't be afraid if you got some, goofiness you want to share. Please put them down there, as well as if y'all still got questions. Throw them.
Oh yeah.
If you want to find a brother, we will continue to plug all of this wonderful stuff through short messages. We'll find it there. But my brother, are you ready?
Ready.
All right. So the first question I have for you always is a would you rather. So
Okay.
for everyone out there, pay attention. I'm gonna repeat them. You got it. So the first one: would you rather have the eyesight of an eagle with the strength of a rhinoceros and the memory of an elephant? That's the first one.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I know. I'm
Okay.
looking.
I
Hey.
gotta take notes, bro. I gotta take notes.
So the first one: would you rather have the eyesight of an eagle, the strength of a rhinoceros, and the memory of an elephant?
Okay.
Or would you rather have the knowledge of a wise scholar, soul of a shaman, and
Oh.
a body like Hercules?
Oh. What?
Yes. So once
Yo.
again, y'all, the first
Yo.
one: would you rather have the eyesight of an eagle, strength of a rhino, and the memory of an elephant, or the knowledge of a wise scholar, soul of a shaman, and a body like Hercules?
Okay. I feel like I gotta answer these questions instinctively, right? Because if I
Yes.
think too long on this, I'm gonna just it's just not gonna happen. So my instinct goes with option one. The
Mm.
reason being is because I don't know what it's like to be an animal.
Mm.
I know what it's like to be a human, and that's a human experience that you describe in option two, right? But to have the eyesight of an eagle, you say,
Yes.
and like the strength of a rhinoceros, so it's like, what would that feel like?
Yeah.
Like in this body, I can't fathom that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think I would go with option one. I'd go option one.
Mm. That's beautiful.
Well, how
And
about you? How about you, bro? How about you?
man, I really like your answer, brother. But I know for me, and I do agree with Silent Senpai, but I love the response that you gave for that. It just made me want to redo my answer. But I definitely went with number two because of at least the first two. I definitely want to continue to get the wisdom. They said elephant threw me off. Well, look, because people say that elephants have a very expansive memory. So
Ah,
that's why I definitely went with that, which the key thing to both of these would you rather's for y'all is that each of them had some connection to the mind, body, soul.
I see. Yep. I see what you did there. Dang, the Holy Trinity.
Ooh, you already know. But not in part of it's in human form, the other is in animal form.
Right.
Yes,
Dang.
brother.
Okay.
But yeah, man, okay.
I can see that elephant throwing it up.
It's like elephant. Like what? Like, isn't he the biggest one before the rhinoceros? Look, it's the
Yeah.
memories, the memory, y'all. The memory. That's why I said the memory. I didn't say just the elephant. But yeah. But no, I would go with number two, but I really like your answer for the first one. I really do.
I appreciate it.
Man. Now the second one.
Okay.
Finish this line.
Okay.
I'm gonna also I'm gonna flex on Sabi right now because this brother knows he could freestyle too. He got bars that be coming too. So I'm gonna let you finish this line.
Okay.
And the line goes like this: easy is the way of
That's the line. Easy is the way of.
And you gotta fill in those blanks.
Am I gonna end up making this rhyme?
Oh, bro, you again. This is all you.
Oh,
Wherever,
okay,
however you
okay,
want to finish this line, it could rhyme. It could be poetry. It could end up
okay,
being how you feel tapped into the previous question. You
okay.
know, in the animal form, whatever you want to do.
Okay. The first word that came to my mind was easy is the way of me.
Mm, mm. My man going with the intuition on that. In the sense of, if you're able to elaborate more on that, what would it be in the sense of?
just just living easy. Just kind of taking it easy. Not stressing too hard about anything. But just living with ease.
Mm, yes. In the words of Common, aka used to be Common Sense, take it easy.
Take it easy.
I'm with it. All right. And the final one that I got for you, it's like a scenario slash you giving some wisdom at the end as well too.
All right.
So, oh, Rhythms Coffee Olympia. Okay.
Oh, shout outs to Rhythms, Dave and Kim.
Yes.
I know. Good
Josephine as
stuff.
well. Peace and love.
Yes, Josephine.
If y'all have any questions for the brother Sabyu, please put them in the comments. This is the live interaction, so please add them in there.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Don't let the elephants throw you off, but be here with us. Um, so here it is. On the road to discovery and finding oneself and learning about your ancestors,
Mm,
where are you on that path? And how would you tell others about going on that path?
mm. And you're talking about like the bigger picture. Mm,
If you
yo,
can, even if you give the small imprints of the whole, of the picture,
yeah,
where are you on that particular path? And then for those who are thinking about starting, what will you be able to give to them as some wisdom on starting on that path?
yeah, definitely. Um, by the way, I just saw a comment from Rhythms. Shout outs to that. I appreciate you guys. Much love for real. Um, and I guess to answer your question, when it comes to like the ancestors, man, I think about what I heard from a native elder um, that really stuck with me, and it was that we're all indigenous to Mother Earth.
Mm,
So if you trace your lineage back far enough, you'll realize that you are indigenous, wherever you
hmm,
come from. And so when we're talking about, even like European ancestry back to their indigenous roots as well. So wherever that may be.
yeah,
Um, and so when it comes to like if you're interested in trying to find that and learn more about that, yeah, I think it starts by talking to your elders.
mm,
Talk to your elders, talk to your parents, talk to your aunties and uncles, and kind of go backwards from there. Start learning about the different cultures that make up who you are, and traditions that make up who you are, and I think along the way, my
yeah,
experience has been that there's going to be some things that really resonate with you. One of the things for me was one of the parts of my lineage being from navigators, like the Pacific Micronesian navigators.
mm,
And so to me, I apply that to my life of like navigating the world and like the ocean that we exist in society,
yeah,
So and figuring out what your North Star is, figuring out, you know, what where the tides are wanting to take you and what the birds are telling you, and so, you know, like for me, that's kind of what resonates a lot. One of the things that resonates a lot. So I carry that into my day-to-day life of how do I navigate my life.
Mm,
And I think within any culture or tradition or you know people that your ancestors come from,
yes.
you'll likely find a similar analogy for your own life, a metaphor for your life that will
Mm.
resonate with you, that you can then draw strength from and help it'll help guide you in your path now.
I swear I did not give him these questions before, y'all, at all. But he's it's just finding a way to really express, and again, I use the word eloquently put it, because to find your own metaphor of life.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Speechless, y'all. Well, beautiful, man. But
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
those have been my fun questions. Hopefully, y'all, those were fun for y'all as much as it was fun for me. Hopefully, it was fun for you as well,
Oh,
brother,
definitely.
as much as it was fun for me.
I wish there was more.
Hey, I'll keep that as a thing. Who knows? I get more and more. I mean, off the cusp, I can put some more scenarios, but
But you see what I
definitely.
did there? I wish there was more.
Look.
Just like the interview, bro.
Ooh. I told y'all he could freestyle. I told y'all he got inside. He got bars. Don't let him only just be on the guitars, man. He got bars.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
My goodness, that Mauna be flowing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You already know.
man. But again, thank y'all for jumping in here for the fun questions. And even all y'all who's gonna watch this later on Instagram and YouTube, don't be afraid to answer the questions. Again, don't get thrown off by the elephant in the room, okay? But other than that, y'all, thank y'all for being in here with that. And we're gonna move back. I got a few more questions for the brother, and we're gonna wrap up the interview. And if y'all have anything y'all want to share in that meantime, please put them down in the comments, and again, get your last few questions in before we go about ending this interview. And shouts out to the brother Juice coming through. I appreciate it. While you sipping on, yeah, hey, yep, exactly,
Yep. You already know,
exactly.
bro.
Finally in LA.
Yep.
It's always fun filled, man. So now jumping back into your more recent, you know, track and your recent creations, can you or please tell us a bit about your recent track that you did drop, Mauna Calling.
Yeah. Yeah. So the story goes in 2019, I felt called to go to the Big Island of Hawaii to join the folks, mostly Native Hawaiians, but there's also people of all walks of life on top of Mauna Kea, which is the tallest peak in all the Hawaiian Islands,
Mm,
to protest against the building of a humongous telescope that would be built on top of a sacred mountain to the Native Hawaiians. And so there's already telescopes up there, but they are pushing for more and bigger telescopes. So um, for whatever innate reason, I felt called to join them in solidarity of protesting against the building of these telescopes.
yeah,
Um, and I think for me, it resonated in the sense of desecrating sacred land.
yeah,
You know, so and that to me, it's like anywhere, any sacred land should not be touched or built upon.
yeah,
Um, and so I remember being up there, and the community up there was such a welcoming, diverse, beautiful community of people. Like I said, from all walks of life. Um, they basically have their own like their own society, or like not even society, but like their own village,
Yes.
and full of love, man. And it's something that I really feel very grateful to have experienced. And so coming off the Mauna, aka the
Yeah.
mountain,
Hmm.
um, I remember just like posting up on the beach on the Kona side of Hawaii,
Yeah.
the Big Island, and then started jamming, and the song Mountain Calling presented itself to me, chords, lyrics, started jotting them down, and it just ended up becoming what you hear today. It's a song that was written a few years back, but for whatever reason, I've just now finally gotten around to filling
Mm.
out the production. Shout outs to Chris Mena on the drums, who absolutely killed it,
Hey.
um, and the Familia, the band, who really brought that song to life over the last few years in our live performances. So yeah, Mountain Calling. That's Mountain Calling in a nutshell. So that the
Mm.
song is about that experience and about protecting sacred land.
Beautiful. Hmm. Now I have to, because I want to also highlight this, as this brother dropped a EP as well, and I definitely want him to talk about the EP as well. Let's get that out to people. And that EP that I'm talking about is the Whispering Palms EP.
Mhm.
So tell us a bit about the Whispering Palms EP.
So the Whispering Palms EP, um, a collection of songs that had been written for a while, but I just kind of finally put it together. Similar to Mountain
Mm-hmm.
Calling in that sense. But Whispering Palms reflects on kind of like the childhood of a young Sabyu. And so, hence the
Hence the
album art.
album cover.
That's like actual picture that got digitized. So like, uh, I was rocking that backwards hat back then. So,
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, y'all. I know I'm like looking over to the side as I'm looking straight at it. And again, shouts out to everybody who's up in here. Big Flutter in the building. Flutter
yo,
Fly Days. Go check out Big Flutter as well, y'all. If y'all ever want to
yo,
see a dope individual that talks about not only hip hop but is in the scene doing her thing with it and shooting so many folks, I'm gracious. I've been on there, but shouts out to Big Flutter as well.
yo, shout out to Big Flutter. I did see you on the Big Flutter. Was it Big Flutter Fridays?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I also tapped into just like Big Flutter's feed, and I was like, yo, this is dope. So shout outs to Big Flutter.
Yeah. But y'all, if I was looking over to the side, is because I was looking very closely at the cover art. So when y'all go look up Whispering Palms by
Mhm.
Sabyu on any strap platforms you're looking at, yeah, that picture right there.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, the one little I guess gem you could say in there in that EP is the acoustic version of Sunsets and Sea Turtles. Because to me it was like just kind of like a, what do they call it, a reprise, a reprise of that song in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, that was a fun one.
Mm.
And Live and Love is a
Oh yeah.
send off. Yeah.
So, again, what's up with, it's a Live and Love, and then we have Love Imprint. So we just gonna be loving towards the end of all these projects, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let me go back and then see. In honestly, FOE is what.
FOE.
Like for real, like you literally, you doing this on purpose. Um, oh my goodness, this is hilarious, man. But in a wonderful way, man. But now you're making me think like all the other projects before then. Is this your staple that you just tell people you're gonna love them at the end of everything?
That's the send off.
Yeah, yeah, because you know what that means. No, I'm just playing. Man. But with with that project, and I know you talked about the mountain calling as well. Um, how long did it take you to put the whole project, together with and Whispering Palms in particular?
Um, well, like I said, the songs were kind of they'd been written for a while. I
Yeah.
just never got around to recording it. So from the time it was written to the time the EP came out, I'd probably say it was like maybe 4 years. So
Mm,
this is like before I went to Mauna Kea, so it's like 2018 maybe. It's
mm,
been a minute. Yeah, 2018, 2019.
the
So yeah,
freshest.
yeah. I have other songs actually that are that old that I'm at this point I'm just even debating if I should just like put those out or if I should just make new songs. So
It could be releases in the future of bonuses, or it's however
true,
you
true.
however the mana moves you, however
Hmm.
the flow just moves you.
Yep, yep. You already know.
Uh and you already told me how long. You guys do a great job of, like, before I even do my follow-up question, you already go straight into answering the next one. Man, what I mean by y'all, I'm talking about everyone else who's been interviewed on here. You guys got a natural flow of, like,
Mm.
answering the question right into my next question. But the last one that I have for you on this one is, what is one message that you wanted your listeners to get and know from particularly Whispering Palms? Because you've already got to say it from Ronna Collin about,
Yeah.
really respecting sacred land and not desecrating it wherever it may end up being. But
Hmm.
for Whispering Palms, what is one message you wanted listeners to get out of that project?
Um, I think like the deeper message there in my expression is to love your child self.
Mm,
I think that's something that I feel like if more people kind of tapped into that side of themselves and
yeah,
really like loved themselves and that like love yourself now, but also like who you were,
yeah.
it would change your reality as you know it for the better. So that's kind of I guess the takeaway, deep as the ocean right there, but that is the takeaway I would want to send off. Love thyself.
Mm. Again, y'all, I did not give him these questions beforehand. Okay, my man is just always
Freestyling.
ready.
Freestyling.
You feeling whatever comes to mind, and I greatly appreciate you sharing all of those responses. And
For it.
I know this is connecting with someone out there who is also feeling it and really picking up what's you are saying. It's connection at the end
For
of the
it.
day.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. By the
Now,
way, how's the lighting? I know it got darker. Am I in a cave out here? Or is it?
now
What's
you good. I can
okay?
still see you. If people
Okay.
people be like, wait, who is that? Who is this person? And if y'all don't know who this is the brother Sabyu. Please go check this brother out on all platforms, from all the way from Spotify to Napster. Yes, I said Napster. We gonna also throw LimeWire in there.
Man,
Apple iTunes, and on
man,
Instagram. Please follow the brother at Sabyu.smooth,
I
because he
appreciate
is
it.
smooth. As
Appreciate it.
smooth as that,
Yes,
know.
sir. Yes, sir.
And at the same time, if you really want to support the brother, you know, throw some amount over at the band camp. The band camp is
Oh, yep.
definitely there where we do get our feel as artists a bit more than any other platform. So if you really want to support, please check out his band camp as well. And all of that is going to be in his bio and
Yep.
sabi.com.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
You already
Also,
know.
shout outs to Spectral Doe who joined the chat. Um,
Mm.
he's a homie that I just met at Rhythms that is also a New Japan fan. So,
Oh,
that connection right there. And then I see Emma McCullough Stearns has joined the chat, who is, speaking of Whispering Palms, uh, a dear friend from that era of my life, as well as the Fate Destroyer's life. So shout outs to
mm.
Emma. Much love.
Shout outs to all y'all. Now,
Yep.
we talked about a lot of music, a lot of growth, the inner child, where you at was a child, the M.O.R.E without the cheese, but maybe the cheese, no pickles.
Yep.
Outside of the music, what are some other hobbies you have that bring you joy?
Mm. Um, I love going out into nature. So like hiking is fun. Um, I've been enjoying swimming lately, although it's getting
Mm.
a little cold.
Yeah.
So, uh, um, let's see, what else do I enjoy? I love dancing when my song, my jam comes on. Um, Definitely dance. And yeah, I mean, I think those are some good ones to run with.
Mm. And that's how we link up with all of our, our West Coast ninjas and other folks around in those areas, whether if it was from hiking to dance, and
Yep, yep,
unfortunately, no swimming right now for you.
yep, yep. Yeah, shout outs to Spectral Dough, man, coming in with the bless.
Yes, and yes, for any folks that are out there, please, yes, not only go check this brother out here on Instagram, but subscribe to the YouTube, because then you can go back and look at the catalog of all the things that this brother has done. Like this, like I said, from M.O.R.E to where he is up right now. Please check this brother out. The medleys for Nujabes are as well as dope. And if you don't know who that is, now you getting acquainted to who
Yep,
Nujabes is as well. But check all of that out, all the
definitely.
dopeness out.
Yeah, I gotta give a quick acknowledgement to A.D.V.I.S.S, man, because I mean, his music like shifted shifted how music made me feel. You know, I was like, it showed me like a new
Mm,
feeling. I was like, what? Like, and I know that Nujabes fans that like yourself or like Spectral Dough understand what I'm talking about, because it's like it's hard to put your finger on what that feeling is, but it's just it connects you with other people that understand it.
yeah.
So, and once you find it, you're like, oh man, this is beautiful, man. It's a blessing.
Yes. Mm.
Yeah,
Thank you, June Seba. Thank you so much.
definitely.
And with that, talking about those connections and the hobbies and achieving more with your growth. What is your ultimate goal with your passions,
Ultimate goal.
or even a big goal of yours when it comes to your passions?
A few come to mind, and I
Besides
think,
the besides the being on stage and on TV, y'all, especially that one was fire.
oh my God, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Although I will say that wasn't even something that I expected to do. So, um, hold on, let me just plug in with my headphones real quick.
Handle it.
Yep.
He got that high tech.
Oh yep, we out here.
My boy upgraded.
Shout outs to Tyler Quack for hooking me up with these headphones.
Yeah.
Um, so your question was ultimate goals.
Yeah, with your passion. So that includes music and any other ones that, come to mind. If like working with the youth, wherever it may end up being.
Yeah. I feel like that ultimate goal has kind of changed over time, but
Mm,
for right now, two come to mind. One is to express myself through the music authentically and genuinely,
mm,
and uh, without any limitations of like expression.
yeah.
So whatever genre that takes me in, whatever like collaboration that takes me in, um, I just want it to be limitless, boundless. Um,
Hmm.
And then the second thing is to inspire others, like what you said.
Yeah.
And it's like, whether that's the youth, specifically the youth, because I mean, as a artist mentor, that's what I do as my
Yes.
job. So like, I love it. Um, and then to like, for example, like being on American Song Contest, where if I'm able to reach somebody out there that resonates and it's like, yo, like I'm inspired to also make music, or even if it's not music, like I'm inspired to do what I feel called to do.
Yes.
Ultimately, that's the fire that I hope to pass on,
Mm.
or at least spark. You know what I mean? And then like let their expression uh, create this huge passion.
Yes. Be that guide to that light, to let that light shine and create its own wave in its form and be formless in that
Mm-hmm.
creation. Yes.
Absolutely.
And shout out to another dope brother on the keys and on the vocals as well. Shout outs to Big Torin in the building. Good to see you in here, my
Mm,
G. Big Torin. Man,
that's
Big
what's up.
Torin is fire too, y'all. If y'all want to go, please go check out Big Torin as well. He is also a part of another dope group that I like to call the Groovement. Y'all check
Ooh,
out the Groovement. You got Big Torin. You got another brother, Billy Mercury, in there. And I don't want to mess up with the
dang.
other two folks in there, but man, wonderful brothers.
So I heard Big Torin is on a big tour.
It's all in here. The next questions I got for you, brother. I got two more. Yes, peace to you, my G. Got two more for you, and then we are out, as well as any last sending offs of words or songs or bars of any sort will be
Sounds good.
given to you on the floor. This next one is some of the headline ones that I had there on the flyer, which the first one is, what are your thoughts? Because we talked a bit about it already, but in your own words again. So, what are your thoughts on ancestral guidance when it comes to your
Mm,
life and passions?
yeah. Man, that's a deep dive because we could we could talk all sorts of stuff. We could go like, to the stars and back. Um, but ancestral guidance, I mean, I'd say whenever you find yourself in a place of confusion or uncertainty in your life, I've found meditation to be very helpful,
Mm-hmm.
and prayer in that
Mm.
sense.
Yeah.
And so to ask for guidance from your ancestors or from the and I can only speak for myself when I say this, but like to ask for guidance from your ancestors or creator, the
Yes.
the the, the more like the divine oneness,
Yes.
the oneness that we are. um I've found that in asking for guidance on any given situation,
Mm-hmm.
putting that energy out there, putting that prayer out there will in turn present something in my life on the horizon, perhaps in the next coming days, coming weeks, months, whatever it is. And there will be an opportunity or a situation that presents itself that will offer you the guidance that you're looking for.
Mm.
And I do believe that your connection to your ancestors comes into play with those types of things because they they're like in your lineage before you, and so there's
Yeah.
wisdom to be passed down along that lineage, and you are one of those people. So
Mm.
I consider it a blessing. um, and if you put good energy out there, you'll get good energy back. So
Tap in and absorb.
yep.
I would go into the whole avatar, get into your
Yep,
avatar state.
exactly. Be water, my friend.
Oh man, man, yes. And in line to that, what are your thoughts on fulfilling your purpose in those same lines of your life and your passions?
Mm. So fulfilling purpose. I think to me, purpose is like it's one of the driving forces in my life, and I think I do feel like purpose in anybody's life is something really pivotal to kind of discover for yourself because
Yes.
it becomes a reason to live. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it becomes like a inspiration. It becomes inspiration to like to keep doing what you feel called to do,
Yeah.
and perhaps something you're naturally gifted at doing. You know, so um, I think it's really beautiful and important in that sense.
All of it, finding it naturally as it connects to you, and
Hmm.
let it be that pivotal driving force, whatever it may end up being.
Yep, yep, absolutely.
Yes. Let it rain down like a monsoon.
Ooh, I hear the monsoon in the background.
Yes.
Yes.
You already know. Oh, Victorian wants to know, what does more stand for? Bars. But yeah. So, Victorian, this is my invitation to you as well, man. I would love to interview you as well, brother. But more stands for memoirs of our real experiences, and this is where I interview folks and they share their experiences. And knowing that this is also an open memoir, open book of them sharing this experience, will also be a part of their memoir. So for more years to come, you will see more growth.
Hmm.
You get to play on everything. So that's what more interviews
Advis
stands
coming
for.
in with the acronyms.
All day, every day, bro. You already know, man. I came up with like, so, bro. This at this point, I'm gonna come and I'm just gonna sit down and I'm gonna write a book of acronyms. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a book of acronyms, not a book of rhymes, but a book of acronyms.
You're
Just
gonna have
because.
like a full-on story, but then like like there once was a man named Abbott, and then like every single letter is gonna have an associating, gonna have another word coming down.
You thinking I'm about to create a whole new language just through acronyms? Like, no. That's gonna be like, oh, I have to reference, go back. Okay, so this is the acronym alphabet. So we have
Yeah,
A, which can
exactly.
stand for outstanding, amazing, awesome. All these other words is
Yep,
like, bruh. All right,
yep,
which A does this stand for? I don't know.
exactly.
Yes, man.
That's very cryptic.
Only those who are one
Man,
with
they
the
thought the
words.
hieroglyphics were hard to decipher, man.
Uh, hey, man, it's only a special message for those who know. You can
Uh,
look if y'all want to know. Y'all can blame Lupe, blame Elzai, blame Common, also blame Eminem, and blame propaganda. Not like propaganda, but like there's an
yeah,
artist named Propaganda. Blame a lot of these folks for the reason why I have these
man.
acronyms and ways that I do. Blame them.
Man, it's funny, like I can't I feel like I can't talk to you for too long because my face hurts from smiling too much. Like
You're gonna live longer, brother. Don't worry, you got one more question. If you can survive this last question, we gonna be out.
oh my God.
But yes, Big Torrent, I definitely would love to have you on. Let's connect after and in the DMs and just let me know. But with that, brother, before I give you this last question, I
Hmm.
want to take this time to give you your flowers and
Oh
appreciate
man.
you not only for coming in and sharing your thoughts and your time with me and with all of us here, but really thank you for putting out thought-provoking, not only even spiritual, but just really that heartwarming, sound and music out into the world for others to, you know, enjoy and connect with. So thank you, brother, for this.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
appreciate it, bro. Much love, man. I appreciate that big time. And I'm really, I feel really blessed to cross paths with you, bro. So like, you already know what it is.
Yeah, man.
Big love, big love.
Extended fam all day.
Yep, absolutely.
All day. But all right. Final question.
All right, the final countdown.
You already know.
I gotta adjust my seat for this.
And shouts out again to the sister Big. This is Big Love, aka Busy Balboa.
Mm,
Shouts out to her. This is how I got my information on it. I got interviewed by her a long while back, and it just stuck with me how she ended it. And this is how I've come to end mine. So shout outs to Busy Balboa. When it comes to life, McDonald's, the M.O.R.E, the Mats, the Brown Sound, your passions, family, all of that encompassing in life, is it the quality or the quantity?
oh, quality, bro. Quality all day.
And why is that?
Quality. It's just like the. I don't know. I guess I'm just deep as the ocean, bro. So like, when it comes to quality, like quality time,
Mm,
quality friends and fam, like I think it's you can tap into something greater with those types of relationships, perhaps than like a scattered kind of experience with kind of like connecting with folks. Say you have a lot of friends, but you're only tapping into like just a little bit of everybody's experience. But then
yeah.
when you're able to connect with somebody on a deep level, it's like, yo, it's pretty wild where what kind of stones can get or turned to
Yes.
discover new things, So, um, but I mean, I see the value in both,
Yes.
I definitely see the value in both. Don't want to just, shoot down quantity,
Yeah.
but like, to each their own,
Yeah.
But for me, quality is where it's at.
Yes.
Yeah,
And again, y'all, there's no right or wrong answers on this because at the end of the day, just like you just said it, each have, you know, their quality and quantity. I know I just said the same word, but they have their value to each one of them. And they can all intertwine or they can separate as much as how you want to make them. But it
yeah.
is to your experience of how you're doing that. Again, add more.
Hmm. Absolutely. I think of I just thought of this off top though. It's the
Okay.
idea of like, I would personally rather have, the baddest, dopest sounding guitar, like nicest wood, beautiful frets, inlays, everything.
Mm.
Incredible looking, feeling guitar, sounding guitar, than, 100 guitars that are just don't feel good, or like they just kind of like fall short
Mm.
of, like what that could be like. So
Mm.
to put it into guitar words,
For our folks
yeah.
who don't strum on guitars like Hendrix,
Right, right.
to quote the famous chief
Oh
himself.
yes, yes. When I'm spitting bars, it's Hendrix on
Just on
guitars.
guitars. Yeah.
Yo,
I'm
shout outs
still
to
I'm still
Dope.
gonna say that. I'm still gonna say I'm mad at y'all for making that so short. To,
Oh,
to
that
the
one.
day, I'm still
Yeah,
gonna be mad at y'all making that so short. I wanted more.
man.
I wanted more.
You
But
wanted
yeah.
more, man. Yo, yo. Shout outs to Dope Honey as well. That joined the chat, aka Saturn. Been working with Saturn on some really like dope songs. So
Yes.
I've been doing some production through Totem Star. So shout outs to Saturn, shout outs to Totem Star as well. Before we, wrap up the more interviews, gotta definitely give them their shout outs too.
Yes. And with that, brother, speaking of doing all of that, again, thank you for coming on and sharing of your time. Thank you to everybody else who was here and listened in and shared their thoughts and questions. Thank y'all so much. And before we go, brother, please, any last words, any bars, last bit of wisdom you want to share, as well
Yeah,
as please plug all of your stuff. Okay, this is here and for you, my man. So please do.
yeah, man. So, big love to the friends and fam, including yourself, including Kay over here, including my partner somewhere over there, and big love to you, bro,
Yeah,
for putting this on. Thanks for making this a thing. More interviews. It's really dope to have this be like a something that people can look back on as well.
yeah,
In the form of an Instagram interview. That's pretty dope. And as well as our collaborations, man. The booth is on fire, bro. So we definitely
yes.
got to keep making some bangers.
Oh yeah, it's
And
gonna happen. The cure coming soon.
the cure, exactly. And yeah, shout outs to Totem Star as well. Um, I feel very blessed to be an artist mentor with Totem Star, to be a music mentor, whether that's production, guitar, songwriting, um, and to be able to call that my job, that's a blessing.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I'm excited for the journey to come. Music is the journey for me, and definitely be on the lookout for some new music, whether that be us, whether that be my solo stuff, and also maybe even another collaboration with Chief Hobby. So
Woo!
that's gonna be fire as well.
I am waiting
And
for that for sure.
yeah, shout outs to all the fam back home in Saipan. Yo, much love to you guys.
Get a
Um,
chi-hoo to all y'all.
yes, sir. And yeah, I mean that's it. I appreciate the time, bro. And I think that's all. That's all I got for you.
Mm.
Big love.
Again, y'all, thank you. Again, y'all go check this brother out on all streaming platforms under the name Sabyu. If you don't know how to spell that, that is Sabyu. Because why aren't you going to go check this brother out? So check this brother out on all streaming platforms. If you want to follow him on Instagram, please go ahead and follow the brother at sabyu.smooth. And in his bio, you go straight over, you'll find all the music, all of the details of stuff, as well as if you don't want to go do any of that and you want to go straight to a website, put in www.sabyu.com and you can get connected there with him as well.
Thank you, bro.
Yes. But with that, y'all, this has been another interview or another installment of More Interviews, aka Memoirs of Our Real Experiences. And from these interviews, again, I want you to take this last thought and word with you, which is as you're continuing and going through life and doing your thing, please continue to write down your memoirs and memories and your experience to keep growing and sharing your life with the world. So with that, y'all, peace and one love,
Big facts.
and we'll
One
see y'all
love. One
next
love.
time.
Peace out,
Peace.
bro.
Peace.